flow out of it. So that means guard your mind. Because when you put the breastplate on, what does the breastplate cover? Covers the torso. And what's in the torso? Your heart. But we know we're not talking about heart as in forfeit, that organ that beat in your chest, but your mind. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that breastplate of righteousness on, that means you covered your mind with the word. You protect it. That's why he said if a strong man is armed, he keep his palace. You can't be spoiled. Your goods are protected, which is your heart, which going back to what Solomon wrote in Proverbs. Guard your heart. The issues of life flow out of it. You got to guard it. What else you going to guard it with but without a breastplate? If you got a breastplate on and I run up on you with a sword and try to stab you with it, it ain't getting through. It ain't good enough. But if the word is covering you, how can Satan get to you and the word covering you? Didn't he say he that is born of God sin not, and the wicked one do what? Touch him not. Touch him not. What verse we in? Verse 15, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. It's all right, little Mike. Hold it down. Suck it up. Keep it on the inside. And it says, and above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So you know what that helmet of salvation is? That's the mind of Christ. That's the mind of Christ. That's having the same mind he had, which is why he told you you got to be born again. Because if you're born again, then you have his mind. And then you will be ruled by the greater light. Which means you would be a son of light. Because to be a son of God is basically be what? Be a son of light, right? So now we sit back and look at something. He say take that shield. Your faith is your defense. You know what I'm talking about? But he say take that sword of that spirit. He say take the word with you too. Because we already read Hebrews 4:12 saying sharper than a two-edged sword. It's going to cut a nigga to pieces. Now I know you women, you sit back looking at, well, we can't preach the word. Hey man, look Mike. Man, nobody don't believe you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and you look at it, right? I done told y'all before, didn't we just look at it the other day, that y'all lifestyle is the sword of God? It's a testimony against him right there. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1, just right there. The way you live is a testimony. The way you live will cut them to pieces. Oh man, I had a lot of stuff to get to today, and I just don't look like we gonna get it all. It's 5 o'clock. He can't see. What the time say on that? How much time I got on that thing?
2:02.
2:02. I can't fit all that in. I ain't even gonna try. I have to save it. I ain't even gonna try. I had something in Luke, Matthew chapter 18, but we have to save that. I ain't even gonna try. It won't get done properly. 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, that they also may without the word be won by the behavior of the wives, while they behold your chaste behavior coupled with fear. So don't you realize that if you obeying the word and you walking in it, that means you took the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, with you? I want you to look at Titus chapter 2. So you women to know. See, y'all got to look at something. It ain't always about what you say out your mouth. I done told you before, women ought to be seen, not heard. Nobody don't want to hear your mouth. I know a lot of people, that's so archaic and antiquated. That's just sitting back looking at, that's how a real woman would conduct herself. Her actions would speak for her. She wouldn't have to run her mouth. You know what I'm saying? See, these people done taught you in this society that a woman should just say everything, say everything. Actions, man, y'all already know people say all the time, actions speak louder than words. So if you a woman and you conduct yourself like a woman, you shouldn't have to say a word. Your movements alone should speak volumes without you opening your mouth once. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ain't been taught that because your mama's loud mouth, disobedient and rebellious. That's why a lot of them lonely men, or been married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Or can't. It's either gonna be one or two things. They either can't keep a man or they ain't got that. Cause ain't too many men gonna put up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I was telling y'all, there's a reason like this here. You ain't been married. It's a reason why somebody ain't married now. There's a reason. Men too. Like you got Charlie Wilson, my first name Charles, last name first name, all this type of stuff. There's a reason you've been doing this stuff all these years. Nobody wanted to marry you. Nigga, you Charlie Wilson, you got money. You still sing about you looking for somebody to spend all this with. Nigga, you 60. You know what I'm saying? You have some people like Paul didn't want to be married. You know what I'm talking about? But that's rare if you ain't in the world. Most people out here in this world, nigga ain't want to be alone. It's something why you alone. It's something. Nigga I don't want that nigga. Nigga breath stinking. There's something wrong with it. Nigga can't cook, can't do something. Nigga fight too much. Nigga don't do this. Nigga don't do that. I'm for real. Titus chapter 2, man, about verse 4. Make it 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as become Kodesh, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober. Now it's amazing how he say teachers of good things, and these stupid niggas think that means teaching the word, and he finna sit right here and tell you what these women, older women, supposed to be teaching these young women. To be clear-minded, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet. So you know what that means to be discreet? You know, a woman who's discreet, she also don't run her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, no top boob, no side boob, no middle boob. You know what I'm talking about? Slips on, because I don't need to see your drawers. You know what I'm talking about? No split up your dress. I don't need to see your quads. No high heels on, because I don't need them heels to be trying to poke your little booty and your hips out to make you feel like, son, if you want to get your butt, it's 2 words. You know what them 2 words is? Squat right. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. You know what I'm talking about?
No side boob.
No side boob. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't need none of that. I don't need to see all your feet. You know what I'm talking about? No makeup in your face. No nail polish. No, because ain't nothing discreet about that. Because discreet meaning I don't see you. You know what I'm saying? Discreet is something subtle. When you got all that stuff on, that's for attention. I'm begging to be seen. Someone acknowledge me. My self-esteem is at -60. Chaste, that means to be pure. Keepers at home, that means you keep your house in order. Good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. So actually, when you do things contrary to all of this, then you're not taking the sword of the Spirit with you, which means the word getting blasphemed. Because that's going to give somebody a chance to run their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't realize that, right? Just like I was talking to the brother the other day, he was like, man, he was saying that the women should have their head covered at all times. Everywhere, all day, every day. You don't have to have your head covered all day, every day, but ain't nowhere in the world you praying, though. I know that much. I know that much. You know what I'm saying? Tell the brother this morning. Some of y'all more worried about somebody seeing your hair than praying to God. That's what you worried about. And just like you know, you'll make that stuff fall right out your head. You ain't got to worry about nobody seeing it because you ain't going to have nothing. You'll keep that thing on your head because you don't want nobody to see you looking like E.T. I'm for real. That's real though. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down. Because he was telling the women they should have their head covered 24/7, 365. Have I ever told y'all you need to have your head covered 24/7, 365? I ain't gonna tell you that. But then I tell you, ain't no way you been praying though. I done been out, whoa, this nigga ain't had nothing. She couldn't even bless her food. I look at him like, sucks for you. Straight up. I told you, man, my sister won't take her head wrap off for not in public. She the only person she want to see her hair is her husband. And she been doing that for about 3 years now. The last time I seen her hair in the flesh was about this time in 2012. That's the last time I actually seen her head. She sent me a photograph of her hair when she straightened it, but I have not in the flesh seen this nigga head in 3 years. It would be times I would come up to her room in the townhouse and knock on the door, and this nigga said all them times you thought I was naked or be running, and I'd be running the bathroom like I ain't had no clothes. She said really my head was uncovered. I was trying to run in there and put something on my head. Because she was dead serious about that. No man but my husband will see my hair. I used to be tripping. I'm like, this nigga always sitting in this room naked and whatnot. Whole time, this nigga just ain't have her head covered. But in her mind, she was naked. I'm like, I'm coming up here get these old vitamins real fast. And like this, he'll tell you something. I'm finna go grab something. You want something? This like, nigga, we finna go. So you ain't got no clothes on. This nigga ain't have her head wrapped. I said, this nigga here. She just told me that a couple weeks. I ain't never really think nothing about it. I'm thinking this nigga just naked. You know what I'm talking about? I see from y'all too. I guess that's what y'all like to do. It be hot. Y'all didn't want to walk around the house butt naked. But you can't do that. You got a child. So how about, now that I think about it, I know I told y'all ain't got no business, especially with no little boy, walking around them naked in your drawers. You know what I'm talking about? You don't do that type of stuff, man. You Jew, you don't walk around, man. You not. You know the law says the child's not supposed to appear on their mama naked, on your daddy naked. Y'all do know that, right? So that means y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be walking around your children naked, man, right? So if y'all doing that, stop walking around your kids naked, man. Put something on you or send them in another room. You know what I'm talking about? Especially little boys. Little boys ain't got no business seeing his mama in no bra and panties. Now you sit there and think about it. Your son looking at you in your drawers. And I know most black women will do this with their kids when they 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. This little boy ain't got no business seeing you in your undergarments. He shouldn't remember what no type of titties look like. I used to have to tell my homegirl this here, but she said she would literally walk before her son, butt naked. He just a baby. It says a lot about your character, in my opinion. That you felt comfortable walking around your son naked. Black women, the only women that I ever see call their son sexy. How's a baby sexy? Talking about he gonna get all the hoes. He's a baby. He gonna be a heartbreaker. So you teaching your son to be a whore off the rip, to be just like the men that you despise, who you've been choosing. You want your son to grow up to be just like that.
Yeah. Will, come on. Go do him how I got done, son.
Why are people in trouble? Come on back over here to 2 Kings chapter 25. Now remember, he said the strong man, you bind him up, right? He'll take all the good. Remember we looked at Hezekiah, he took all this stuff. Man, oh, y'all going crazy. Only one that ain't crying is old Jughead. Where he at? Oh, he's sitting still. That's why he ain't crying. This ain't gonna never cry as long as she got some business.
Trying to play dumb. You know who
Yeah, the one that split you wide open. The people had to put 1,000 stitches on you.
Who is Jug? Look at that nigga here. Look at it.
I'm talking about, I know you caught Ray.
Take a moment and let's look at it.
Don't do the little boy like that.
Who is Jug? He ain't moving aside.
That thing bust you wide open. The doctor was like this here. I don't know how we gonna fix this. Ma'am, you might need to come back for some post-ops. She gonna
leave me. Who is Jug here?
My man though. I ain't seen him a couple days. That nigga was good asleep yesterday. Said neck took all that pressure off. I wonder why you took the baby seat out the car. Like, what was the purpose of that?
Because I need to wash it.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason. He does he does eat a lot and stuff goes everywhere. That is a good reason. 2 Kings 25:1.
That nigga neck, boy.
That boy's strong everywhere.
No, that nigga neck gonna be extra strong.
That nigga
Trap's
strong.
gonna be like this here.
I know it is. I'm telling you, see that little boy right there, bro? Deadlifting 10-pound dumbbells before he turned 2 years old. This is a true story, no exaggeration. He just picking them up, perfect form and everything. Back flat, butt down, feet shoulder width apart, neutral spine, everything. And he came up and shrugged with it at the top. Wow. Wow. I'm talking about we take his shirt off right now, you be like, how did that boy got real delts like that? You know what I'm talking about?
Not real deal.
He got real delts, trapped everything. Nigga say he got terrorist mind, the rhomboids, all the muscle bite them.
Hey.
He hit a real lat spread, you gonna be like this here, boy, what? All he gotta do is get his body fat down. She got too much soda. That's why you can't see all the cuts and striations he got.
Nigga here.
Little nigga rip now. That nigga go to flex and you gonna be like this here. I need to go to the gym. What?
Well, I didn't go to flex. I just get my wallet. Here you go say.
Yeah, this is he go to flex. I don't want no problem. Hey, he go to looking like Stewie in that episode, man. When he was on stage, I'm just sitting here just admiring my games. Tossing Brian around. Kingston like this here.
You go bullying Brian.
Just bullying.
We're gonna go down the stairs.
It's up. It's a toe. I'm just joshing you. That's gonna be Kingston. Good thing Kingston ain't got no nasty disposition. He been a big, he I body slam all you niggas. 2 Kings 25. We finna get ready to get out of here. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, and the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came he and all his hosts against Jerusalem and pitched against it. They built forts against it round about. The city was besieged until the 11th year of King Zechariah. And the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city. There was no bread for the people of the land. The city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between two walls, which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about, and the king went away toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook him. And the plains of Jericho and all his army was scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon, to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zechariah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zechariah, and bound him with fetters of brass, and carried him to Babylon. So they took him because he was the king. He supposed to have been a strong man, but see, he wasn't armed. Because when you actually look at about the 24th chapter, it actually says that King Zechariah was a wicked king. About verse 18 of chapter 24, Zechariah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah, and he did that was evil in the sight of Yahweh. So because he did that what was evil, that means he didn't keep his palace armed. He didn't have a defense. Your defense is God. He didn't have it. Verse 22 of this same 25th chapter of 2 Kings. And because did they not bind this strong man? Did they not bind him? Put fetters of brass on him, right? Let's see what happened. And as for the people that remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had left over them, he made Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, ruler. And when all the captains of the armies, they and their men, heard the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah governor, they came to Gedaliah to Mitzpah, even Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, Johan, the son of Kariah, Seraiah, the son of Tamahu, the Nephthahite, and Jazaniah, the son of Mashite, they and their men. Oh, I think I missed my spot. Oh, my bad. Verse 13, what I want. Matter of fact, it's 11. We're going to tell 2. Make it 10. Make it 9. And he burnt the house of Yah, and the king's house, and the houses of Jerusalem, and every great man's house burnt he with fire. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard brake down the walls of Jerusalem round about. Now the rest of the people that were in the city, and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon, with the remnant of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left the poor of the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. And the pillars of brass that were in the house of Yah, and the bases and the brazen sea that was in the house of Yah, did the Chaldees break in pieces, and carried the brass of them to Babylon. And the pots and the shovels and the snufflers and the spoons and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered took they away. And the fire pans and the bowls and such things as were gold, in gold, and of silver, in silver, the captain of the guard took away. So he just sat back and bound this man and took all his goods, then spoiled his house. And why did he do it? Because he was divided against Yah because of his disobedience. You know what I'm talking about? See, we look at Samson. Samson was bound and was a strong man, and they spoiled him. But he wasn't disobedient. See, Zechariah was disobedient. And you know what ends up happening? Because we already went through this and looked at this. This is how Satan is able to get in and take everything that we got. Because what did he say the thief come to do? To steal, to kill, and to destroy. He said if you bound, then he can come in and he can spoil your house. Because spoiling is stealing. What is this man coming to steal? He coming to steal life from you. First and foremost. He coming to steal light from you. He coming to steal the word from you. Remember when he said about the parable of the sower, him that don't understand, Satan come through and snatch away what was already sown in his heart. I want to snatch eternal life from you. That's why you have to guard your heart. That's why you have to put the breastplate of righteousness on. Then you will be ready. Because remember the strength of Yah. Trust ye in Yah forever, for trust in Yah is everlasting strength. Your strength is actually your faith. That's where Samson got his strength from. A lot of brothers think Samson's strength was because he was a Nazarite and he had locks. That wasn't where his strength. You know, a Nazarite, somebody who's sanctified by Yah. His strength was that he believed and he trusted in Yah. That was his strength. That's why he was able to take those people down in the end and kill more in his death than he did while he was alive. Because of his faith. Yahshua was able to overcome because of his faith. That was his strength. That's supposed to be our strength. That way that man can't come. Why he said a strong man? Where else you get your strength from? What you crying for now? Here come your daddy. Better cut it short. Come on back to Luke 11 before we get out of here. So when we read that verse 22 one more time. He say, but when a stronger than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he take from him all his armor wherein he trusted and divide his spoils. See, this goes back to what we read in Ezekiel 33 about coming up out of that place of refuge. When you begin to trust in your righteousness and feel like you can go back and commit sin. Then this man can come back because you trusted in that and he going to overcome you. We'll look at that in 2 Peter in a moment. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gather not with me scatter. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walked through dry places seeking rest. Yeah. And finding none, he said, I will return unto my house whence I came out. We dealt with this a long time ago. Do y'all remember where that go back to in the law? A man who having an unclean spirit walked through dry places seeking rest. But then he said, I'll go back to the place where I left. Anybody remember what I talking about? It's been a long time, so I don't expect nobody off the top of their head. Anybody know? What's a dry place? The wilderness, right? Then we just read how the people were complaining for water in the wilderness. Where did the people come out of when they were in the wilderness? Out of Egypt. And what did the people say when they got out in the wilderness? What did they begin to do? Did they not didn't they appoint a captain to say, let's go back? Because they were walking through a dry place where there was no water, seeking rest. They were seeking to get to the land. Just go right back to what we were looking at in Matthew chapter 11 when he said, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I'll give you rest. Because we were in Egypt and we were heavy laden and we labored and we were seeking rest. And he came by the hand of Moses to lead us out to get rest. And when we was walking through that dry place, seeking rest, they said, man, you brought us out here to die. We might as well go back to Egypt where we had cucumbers, leeks, and melons. 100% nigga. 100% nigga. Listen what he say though. When he comes, he find it sweet and garnished. Find it swept and garnished. When they got back to Egypt, Egypt was destroyed. He say, then he go and take unto him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. The men who went in that city of refuge, it was good for them. But the last state ended up being worse than what they started because you ended up getting murdered. Because you trusted in that armor. And you ended up being overcome by somebody who was more powerful than you. 2 Peter chapter 2. And that'll be it. We'll stop there. 2 Peter chapter 2. Verse 19. Make it 18. Because I got something in verse 17. But we got to hold it. There was a lot of stuff. I ain't hit Nehemiah. We didn't even get to the Deuteronomy chapter 6 again. I got something in Matthew 18. A whole bunch of stuff that came to my mind, but I be tripping. You know, I can't fit all this stuff in one day. I could try, but we'll be here all day. You looking like you sad. You all right? You look like you want to cry, son. Kingston, headbutt your mama.
Want to hurt her, not kill her.
He ain't going to do it no way. He going to do it like this here. Mama. You say, mama. Where your mama at? You know who her mama is. We had to break her down. I bet she used to cook that nigga a 5-course meal. She don't cook that no more. Don't roll your eyes, nigga. You were doing it. And the word Paul boy, you ain't even eat none. You ate something? So food, you hit the garbage. Woo woo! These niggas around here digging in dumpsters. Niggas throwing food in the garbage. That's one thing I don't play with that wasting no food. Boy. This niggas out here hungry. Boy, it's a nigga out here right now bite you in the bike for a second. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I'm talking about real talk. You be like, boy, you bite that nigga on his back right now, I give you all 3 of them sandwiches. That nigga good as bit. You know what I'm saying? Boy, it ain't nothing like seeing somebody like, boy, I'm talking about, boy, you look a nigga in the face, boy, you be like, boy, I ain't ate by 3-4 days. Boy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be like, boy, I'm talking about you seeing niggas rummaging for food. I never get out working at KFC, man. That dude called himself a Christian. His name was Mike. Assistant manager. Homeless dude come through every day. He need to get a job. Would never want to feed. Man smelled like death. And you talking about he need to get a job. Who gonna hire? As soon as he step in the door, sir, you got to leave. And ain't nobody even gonna be trying to be funny. You got to leave, sir. You're disturbing our patrons. You know what I'm saying? That's just to show you like the people mentality. They don't have no compassion on nobody. Most Hebrews ain't got no compassion on nobody either. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see how some of them niggas could be like that, because I wager pretty much everybody, almost everybody done been hungry before. Like know what it's like to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? So if you actually run across somebody who hungry, you know what I'm saying, you could be like, you know what? I got you, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they are lured through the lust of the flesh through much wantonness. Those that were clean escape from them who live in error. Same way the person who come into the city of refuge escaped from the death that should come to him for the sin he committed, because he killed the man. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption, for whom a man is overcome, of the same is he who brought in bondage. Them same people that were promising, talking about let's go back to Egypt, they were trying to get you to go back in bondage. That's the same way people coming to tell you, leave out the city of refuge. Come do this with me. Come on to my wedding. You know my graduation today. Can you do this? Can you do that? They trying to promise you freedom, but they actually trying to bring you back in the bondage of the world. They trying to bring you back. That's why you got to guard your heart, so you can be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. He say, put your armor on. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahshua HaMashiach, and they are entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse than the beginning. It was worse for Shimei than what it was when he started, because he got mercy, didn't he? And ended up perishing. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it to turn from the Kodesh commandment delivered unto them. That's why there's no sacrifice left for if you sin willfully. What's the point? You knew. You know how many Hebrews going to hell that these niggas know it's wrong to sleep with another man's wife and do it with, feel like with impunity? I'm talking about niggas who have reputations for knowing, for sleeping with another man's wife. And you know what them niggas will say? As long as they repent, they straight. Are you serious, nigga? He knew he was wrong. He know the commandments say don't covet after another man's wife, not his ass, not his neighbor's wife, nothing that he got. You know you ain't, you know you ought to be put to death for laying with another man's wife. This nigga done laid with 7 of them, and you mean to tell me all he got to say is, Lord, I'm sorry. Yahweh bim, Yahweh shah, forgive me. That's all he got to say. And he's straight. You expect me to believe that? I know we didn't get to the thing bowing down to people. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it another time. Y'all know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go into it in more greater detail, because it was going to tie into something else. But the Lord didn't take it in that direction. But I just want y'all to know something. So you mean to tell me I can steal, right? I can go to my job, right? And I can embezzle $20,000. And I can just keep embezzling and keep embezzling. There ain't nothing wrong with it, as long as I say I'm sorry. You know what that sounds like to me? A Christian. And I ain't talking about no Christians either. They might as well be Christians. These niggas say we in the truth.
What they doing right now?
Oh man, you know it's ain't a Hebrew Israelite man sleep with niggas' wives, man. Niggas do that on the regular. I ain't gonna call no name. At least not on camera. Cause I don't know none of them niggas. Not yet, I ain't done yet. Cause I don't know these men personally. Not on camera. Cause I'll back it up. Cause I done seen nigga call a nigga out for this. Should I call one nigga? Y'all don't know who he is. He know who he is. You might know who he is. That nigga Zabak Connie, nigga called that nigga. That nigga say, nigga, the nigga tried him about, don't you got Edomites in your family? That nigga say, ain't you been sleeping with niggas' wives? Nigga never respond back to him.
That's way worse than your so-called Edomite.
Tried to come at him talking about the reason why he teaching Edom ain't the white man, because he got Edom in his family. He said, all right. He said, but is you sleeping with other men's wives? Nigga didn't respond. There's another dude. What is this nigga name? That nigga call himself Rakar Sonny. What else? Some more crazy nigga from New Jersey. You done seen the stupid nigga before. Nigga, no, he was GOC. I think he went Army of Israel, something like that. Nigga size me. Cause I'm talking about living without sin. Nigga go get on my page I had that very shirt on in the picture too. Where your fringes at? I said they on my border of my heart. When you find out what that means, you holler at me. You holler at me. Because you thought you found something. You breaking the law. You ain't got your I said you got fringes on and you sin every day. What good they do for you? You sin every day. That man was sitting there with me when the only preacher I ever heard preach on why we don't got the whim. And I knew every way he was going and was calling it out loud. And I had never seen it before, never heard it before, never been taught it, never spoke on it. This was like 2011. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this thing ain't what it ain't. That nigga say, you breaking the law, you sin, you ain't got your fringes on. You ain't got your fringes on. I say, you got fringes on and you still put your penis in another man's wife. What that say for you?
Fringes don't mean nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Them fringes ain't like this here. So you think cause you want some fringes, you good, but you can't keep your penis off another man's wife. The nigga will lay with these women. This true story. Nigga say, I will lay with these women and then tell him I can't marry you, I already got a wife. Oh, you ought to go to hell.
May I have your attention, please? The University Park Library.
I'm just being honest, man. You ought to burn straight in hell for that.
Applications for library cards.
I can't marry you because I already got a wife. Well, then why did you drop your penis in on him? This man had another man's wife staying in his house.
The library will close promptly at 6 p.m.
I'm going to tell y'all something right now. It's only one person in here who's married that could stay in my house, and that's her.
She can't do that.
She can live in my house.
No, she can't.
I mean, if
She's
she...
gonna have one at mine.
Huh?
Yeah, right. She can't do that.
I'm just letting it be known. If she said, God forbid, she like this, that's the only woman. Ooh, and one of y'all were going through it with y'all. Oh, you can't stay here. I don't know what to tell you. I give you a couple dollars to get your hotel or something. You can't live here. No, you can't stay in my house. Not if you married. No, sir. I don't care if that's your sister or not. Yeah, I don't care if you're married or not. Married? Huh? Oh, no, you can't stay here. Because ain't nobody finna be around here talking about I'm banging your wife. They ain't had no appearance either. That ain't happening. You can't stay here.
Ain't around there with Dwayne.
Yeah, that ain't even happening. That ain't even happening. I'm being honest with
They
you.
don't tell you what's going on.
Shoot, man.
Sister at work, what you got? What y'all in there talking about?
Truth be told, if you're single, I can't even fake it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know niggas.
First thing they gonna be, you around there with Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he gotta be sleeping with him. He gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea say that girl told her, he talking about he gotta be doing something wrong. He got a girlfriend. They say, how else you get a wife unless you get a girlfriend first? You just get him and say, I'm marrying you. This ain't the book. This ain't the book of Judges. Women run around, they in the dance, and you just grab one and say, this is my wife. That's really in the book, though. It's really in the book. We deal with that later. He say, but this has happened according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, the soul that washed to her side, wallowing in the mire. Praise ye y'all for Yahshua HaMashiach. Y'all understood all this stuff this afternoon? Praise the Lord. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's for real though. In the book of Judges, right, they had made a little oath